Hi, my name is Dina Herod. This is my oral presentation for Mrs. Barnes' Core 202 class. Today we will be discussing Heidegger and three main questions about his philosophy in the universities. Those questions are: what role did Heidegger want the German universities to play in overcoming of nihilism and the revitalization of the German nation? How would the faculty and students be trained or adapted to this task? What are the connections between Heidegger's philosophy and his goals as rector of the University of Freiburg? The first question was, what role did Heidegger want the German universities to play in the overcoming of nihilism and the revitalization of the German nation? In Germany, the universities play a major part in the political and social aspects of life. Since the universities play a major part of life, Heidegger wanted the universities to support him and the Nazi Party. Heidegger agreed with most of the ideas of the German Nazi Party, but there were some ideas that he did not agree with, so he did not consider himself 100% a Nazi. Even though he did not consider himself a Nazi, he was very involved with the movement. He believed that the movement was something that needed to be done. The movement was in a way of natural cleansing of the human nature and society as a whole. One of the ideas of the Nazi movement that he agreed with was that the Jews and Jewish life was an illness of society. Just as Heidegger believed that the Nazi movement was necessary, he believed that nihilism was necessary. Nihilism is a rejection of religious and moral principles. Nihilism is basically like atheism. Heidegger did not agree with the atheist aspect of nihilism. He rejected the Jewish religion, but he did not reject religion as a whole. He grew up Catholic, and the spirituality of Catholicism carried into his adult life. The second question was, how would the faculty and students be trained or adapted to this task? The faculty and students and the whole German education system would follow Heidegger to get what he wanted done. He wanted the future of Germany to be better, and the way he saw to get this done was through the students and faculty of the university. Heidegger wanted the faculty and students to agree with the Nazi Party in that social needs a cleansing. He wants all the universities to be under the same umbrella of ideas. The way he made this happen was that he took away knowledge from the outside sources and taught the students only what agreed with the Nazi Party. Rules and regulations were set on items that could give the students any different ideas than what the Nazi Party approved. When the faculty and students have the same mindset, society in Germany will become stronger. The third question was, what were the connections between Heidegger's philosophy and his goals as rector of the University of Freiburg? Heidegger became the rector of Freiburg University, which means that he was the head of the university. He was basically the dean of the university. This helped his philosophy because he could control what the teachers taught and what information the students had access to. When he was the rector, he joined the Nazi regime. His philosophy governed his actions as rector as to what he allowed in the school. He wanted to teach the students that the Jewish people and religion was an illness of Germany and that it should be eliminated, but not in the way it was actually executed. He wanted to teach people of their wrongs and try to right them. He wanted to unify all the universities and everyone in the universities. Heidegger desired that all the universities supported the Nazi, and Judaism was completely out of the universities. He pushed his philosophy into politics by being the rector of Freiburg.